Hey Karla, nice to see you. For the like third time, right? We're working on a piece that you brought in to me to coach, and what is it?
It's Miss Byrd.
And for what? What are you doing?
For the Legally Blonde tour, I'm auditioning for Paulette.
For Paulette? Oh, that is excellent. What made you choose Miss Byrd?
I just like how she's sort of confiding with someone in this song, and I thought it could work for Paulette and Elle.
Yeah, the essence of the song is really good for that because what does the music say? This little music. Why do you think this music fits Paulette? Even though it would never be in Legally Blonde, the style of Legally Blonde is totally not this. But why would you think it would work for Paulette?
It's just very quirky, very optimistic, sassy.
Right, and so there's good, and those are all the things that that Paulette is, right? Yeah. So why don't we tell me what are some of the adjectives that do describe Paulette?
She's outgoing, she's caring, she's flirty, she's very out there.
Yep, what she is what she is. She just says it as it is. Correct. And what is, and who's she talking to?
In this.
When you're in your situation.
Yeah, in my situation, I'm seeing it as her talking to Elle.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And okay, let's try the beginning of it. Let's see. Now, remember we were talking about
me turning around.
And why?
Because we were doing it so there's like a physicality to the start of it because she's probably
her physicality.
Yeah, her physicality.
Right.
She's probably Elle is probably feeling down and she's about to like confide the secret to her.
Exactly, and this music, it lifts it. You can even turn on that. So it gives us, the music dictates how you physically would do it, and then you apply the Miss Byrd, and you apply it back, and Miss Byrd, the song itself, Miss Byrd, is in Closer Than Ever, right? Which is a review, and the person who sings this, what is she like Paulette, or is she not?
No, she has like this double side to her. Right,
which is?
She's supposed to be this respectable, serious receptionist secretary. They don't really specify, but on the side, she's very sexual, very out there, confident, and she's telling the audience her secret. In Paulette's sense, she's not hiding who she is. She's proud of it. Correct.
And so let's try that beginning. Let's try that. Okay. So and so the cue would be when the music starts, you turn on that idea because that supports where she's coming from.
Yeah.
Okay. Just make sure when you do the turn that you really are turning into the character. Okay. So it's not like you're quoting it, but you're really using that little echo there to get you into who she is.
Okay.
Right?
Perfect.
Okay, good.
Honey, listen. The sign says I'm Miss Byrd.
Good, I love that. So, honey, listen. So, honey, listen. Good. So you don't do it exactly on there, but I love how that fits in. Now, because the music is a van, maybe honey, listen. The sign says so maybe we'll put a stop just for now. Hopefully David Child will be too upset. You know what I mean? That might be a good way to deal with that. Okay, so let's try that again. Now remember language. Remember, even though we just started already, make sure the diction and the attention to her accent, attention to her rhythm has to play. So you should speak. Some of you can play around with some of the way the words are. Yeah. Okay.
Honey, listen. The sign says I'm Miss Byrd. That's my name. I'm one of those people who all look the same. At work I'm hardly seen. I come and go.
Good. So you started really well. Then you started to go full. I think you fell back into the rhythm of the piece, and you have to stay with who Paulette is. I'm one of those people who all look the same. So some of those lines can fit Paulette really well. So you have to decide what lines are going to work for Paulette, what lines are, and if they're more than not, then you have to think, well, how am I attacking each phrase? Okay. So let's take it right, and I'm going to stop right on honey. And you can, I would take that, we put a fermata over the rest of that bar. Do, 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 do. So we da 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 da, and a fermata meaning waiting. So you but honey, and take the physicality for her. Take that moment.
Okay.
Listen. And then when the sign says, I'm Miss Byrd.
Okay.
And remember, outgoing.
Yeah.
Right? Knows she is very connected to who she is and what she wants.
Perfect.
Is she confident in herself, Paulette?
By the end, but at the beginning, she's
So
not
at this
very
point,
confident.
how you were playing.
How I'm playing it, I feel like she has
Yeah,
to.
look how you were looking at
Yeah.
I'm playing, she has to be. I totally think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
All right, so now we worked a little bit of this already, so we created a cut. So
Yes.
when we do the cut, we get to the Miss Byrd is singing. I haven't told you this before. Miss Byrd is singing. I want you to really vocally, in your voice, vocally take the phrase and play with it. Sing, right? Abandon.
Okay.
It's similar to what the character Miss Byrd is, but you have more guts and you have a lot more chutzpah. It's just new to her. The sex is you're not you.
Okay.
So that's why when you do the Miss Byrd, is the release of that has to be like you in coming into your physicality and your voice.
Perfect.
All right, so let's try from the beginning with the stop. Take your time after the fermata. Okay? All right, here we go. Oh, we got a beat. Okay. Starts out. So when you look, take your time. Don't just, even though we have very little room and we're just like crammed in this small studio, but it's okay. So when you turn, take the time to acknowledge her. Take the time to take that physicality. I don't know, however you feel comfortable with that. Just plant yourself. She's very, very strong-willed.
Perfect.
Okay? All right. The beginnings are really important. The moment led, you hear that everybody says that all the time, the moment before. But there's attachment to the moment before, what Paulette is going for, and the moment before for the song, and then the idea of what Legally Blonde is happening. You know what I mean? So it's all meshing it all together. Okay, here we go.
Honey, listen.
So honey, listen. So after listen, the sign says So I will give you listen. Boom. I kind of jumped you. I should. So it speaks to stop. Honey, listen. The sign says So just make sure you between the stop and the dialogue and then the singing, it has to be fluid, right? So if there's a listen, the sign says so you're really like, there you are, looking right at her. The sign says, I'm Miss Byrd, right? Yeah, and see the smile? Yes. Infectious. It's the energy for days. All right, one more time.
Honey, listen. The sign says, I'm Miss Byrd. That's my name. I'm one of those people all look the same. At work I hardly see. I come and go.
So excellent. That was the beginning was great, and that's my name. Don't run everything together. I'm musically, and that's my name. I'm one of those people who all look the same, right? Don't forget who she is, where she's coming from. The low class bit part of her, At work I'm hardly seen, but you are seen. So at work I'm hardly seen. No. You see, so each line, each moment needs to be embodied in her the rhythm, her speech. I have a really high speed neurotic, pulse to myself, and you have a very kind of relaxed, but there's also a gutsiness. This woman is boom, balls to the wall, boom.
Perfect.
So each of these ideas, but you can't just run them together, right?
Okay.
It's hard because the song, it's very mannered, right, already, because of the character is very relaxed. That's what she is saying, and then it goes, ooh, right. So you have to figure out in the phrase what words, operative words you can do to do that, what rhythm you can change some of the words are. There's a lot you can play with. It's a great choice. Your choice was excellent to use this. We just now fine-tuning that. All right, try it again.
Honey, listen. The sign says I'm Miss Byrd. That's my name. I'm one of those people who all look the same. At work I'm hardly seen. I come and go, but I know something that people don't know. Anyone who sees me thinks that I'm not those good.
good. So that was much better. When you sit, I sit here at my desk, right? There's gotta be, the winking's all that really good, but I think there's gotta be a moment in this place where you're saying, I sit here at my desk and I own this. You know, and no one knows that 20 minutes ago I wasn't wearing clothes. So aren't you, so is it, we've heard reason like, aren't you jealous? Right? It's gotta be where, so, and if you're talking to her, you know, that's, maybe it can be you too, Al, because it has to come from Paulette's point of view.
Yes.
And the reason she's telling Al this is why?
The situation that, like,
in this, for your audition.
Yeah, for audition, we made up in our mind. Elle is probably feeling down on herself and probably thinking like nothing's gonna work out. And Paulette's basically saying, if it works for me, it can work for you.
Good. So you see that's why I sit at my desk and knows. So if I can do it, yes. So you need to throw that into this, right? And does not go to my head. And when you do this, Miss Byrd is singing, I'm singing out. All that was great. And take the long sustained things and really make the sound come a little bit more from Paulette. Okay. So it's really coming from her, and throw a little bit more of the dialect. I think you can. I know you don't want to push it too much, but that's who she is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Let's try it one more time.
Perfect.
Okay. Cool.
Honey, listen. The sun says I'm Miss Byrd. That's my name. I'm one of those people who all look the same. I work and hardly see. I come and go, but I do something that people don't know. Anyone who sees me thinks that I'm not the Miss Byrd. I could blow them with a part, but I don't say a word. I sit here at my desk, and no one knows. Not 20 minutes ago, I was not wearing clothes. I was in someone's arms, in someone's bed. What the thought of it does to my head. If you've never felt the lift, a little lunch can bring this missing, yeah. Miss Byrd is singing, I'm singing but I'm not saying a thing.
Good. That was good. How did that feel?
Really good.
Does that make
Yeah.
sense? Is the whole
Yeah,
how the journey goes?
And it works with that. I sit here at my desk because it gives me something different to play with.
Yeah. And the structure, the song structure, the verses, the chorus, this is basically a chorus, really flies and makes it work. Okay, so this is self-tape?
Yes.
All right. Well, good luck with this, and let me know how it goes. And we
Yes.
just met last week, so
Yes, we did.
yes. All right. Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you, really,
Bye-bye.
a lot.
Yeah, my pleasure. Okay, cool.